Hello. Today's video is about some phrases you can use to shut down narcissists. Now, don't you wish you can use some ways to shut down a narcissist in your life and make them behave forever? Well, I certainly can't promise you any magical words that make that happen, but there are some things you can say that will shut them down temporarily. For one thing, don't let a narcissist change the subject. When you need to discuss something with them, you can count on them changing the subject in some sort of attempt to avoid being called out on their behavior or discussing something they just simply aren't interested in. As frustrating as it can be, keep changing the subject back to what you want to discuss and do so calmly, showing no emotion. Let the narcissist know she doesn't scare you. Narcissists love to intimidate their victims, but truthfully, most of their intimidation is nothing but smoke and mirrors. In typical bully fashion, narcissists often make threats that they won't follow through with. They're just trying to scare victims into doing their will. Think about something, though. What's the worst this person could do to you? Chances are, when you really think about it, you'll realize it's not much. Use calm logic. Ask logical questions. So you think I should do what you want me to do, even though I don't want to do it and it's going to hurt me? Why? How does this make sense? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Explain that. Doing things like this in a calm way calls a narcissist out in such a manner that she certainly can't get mad at you without looking foolish. Often narcissists will change the subject when a victim does this, just get out of the situation. Do not allow the narcissist to make decisions for you. Any decision that a narcissist makes for you gives her a bit of control over you, even if it's something so simple as what you need to order for dinner. If she tells you to try the soup, order a sandwich. Simply say something like, "No thanks, I want to do," or "I want to try this instead." Just say it in a calm manner and follow through. Do not take orders from a narcissist. My entire life, my mother barked out orders to me like I was the hired help. One day I noticed she loved this, and I figured out how to put a stop to it. When she told me to do something, I would do it, but then I would say something like, "Of course, I'd be glad to since you asked me so nicely. Here you go, you're welcome." The first time I did it, the look of shock on her face was priceless. But it did change her behavior for a bit. Eventually, she did slide back into her old habits, and I said the same kind of comment, and she behaved well for a while again. Or if it was something I didn't want to do, I would just nicely say, "Nope, not going to happen," and change the subject. Usually a narcissist in this situation will rage, but it's a very small rage, usually just consisting of some snarky comments. Say no with no explanation. This one might make a narcissist's head explode. There isn't one narcissist alive who's okay with being told no, but especially without what they consider a very good explanation. You owe no one any explanation, especially a narcissist who will just twist your words around to make you look and feel bad. Honestly, doing this can be kind of fun, too. If you've read the story of mine before in my blog, I do apologize for the repeat, but it's such a good example. Years ago, my husband and I were at his parents' house. My mother-in-law said she wanted me to do something for her. I didn't want to, plus I had an appointment on the day in question. Although I could have rearranged things, I opted not to because she was just mean. Quality time with her was not something I wanted. When she told me I could do this thing, I said no, I couldn't. She said, "Oh, well, must be awfully important if you won't help me because of it." I just gave her a non-committal, As the visit wore on, she kept bringing it up. "You must be doing something for your parents that day." Nope. I forget what all she asked me. Every time I either said no or I didn't respond to her. She was dying to know my plans, but she couldn't get mad at me for not sharing them without looking like a jerk with my father-in-law and my husband. It was awesome. Although nothing can stop narcissists completely from being jerks, doing these simple things will help you to keep your sanity and make them behave a little better, even if only temporarily. I wish you the best in your situation. Thank you for watching my video.